So I had some dreams last night, and about 4 or 5 hours ago, I posted one of the dreams that I remember on Facebook about me being near a still body of water and protecting people against large humanoid crocodiles and alligators. And in the dream, I'm describing how I was fist fighting them, and every time I would strike a blow, they would shrink down in size and eventually transform back into their primal animal state as just a regular crocodile or alligator. And I'm doing this, and I'm pushing people away from the body of water, protecting them. And as I'm doing this, the people can't see what I'm seeing, and so they think I'm crazy doing what I'm doing. And I didn't know that today I was going to be coming to this museum with my family. We've been in San Antonio, Texas all week. My little brother graduated Air Force basic training, so we came out here to celebrate him. And we came to this museum because my youngest brother has had a lifelong fascination with dinosaurs, and so we're here at the Whit Museum. And I had finally made it to the outside part of the museum, and as you can see, this water here, and this is literally exactly how it looked in my dream. It was a very still, murky, swampy body of water. Okay, and before I came out here, there were some large fossils of ancient alligators and crocodiles. So that was interesting coming across that. And then coming outside, I'm here, and I was walking down that direction when one of the people that work here said, "This area is closed for the next 10 minutes. We have little campers here, children, young kids." And so I said, okay. And then now I'm sitting right here, just waiting for the time to go by, because I want to go down over there, because I'm certain that down there is the bridge area, the crossing bridge of this water, which is the point of location of where I was fighting off these reptiles in my dream. And it took me a minute of sitting right here to realize that there is a man directly in front of me who seems to be a disturbed homeless person. He's wearing an American shirt. It looks like across the street is a park, because there's a bunch of benches and trash cans and charcoal barbecues, and he's just been making noises, talking to himself, and seeming very violently disturbed, this person here. And then now he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and yeah, interesting. And the whole time I've been here in San Antonio, Texas, I've never been here. I didn't know much about it, but I've realized how intense the dark grid is in this area, in the history of this place. I took a walk near the river walk, and was just feeling the energies. And where the Alamo is right next to Texas' oldest Masonic lodge, next to the courthouse, next to these church missions. And there's just a very secretive, dark history here and ongoing things. And so I've been holding space and maintaining a field of light and vibration. And this man, I keep looking at this man, and he's acting very bizarre, very bizarre. And so I've been constantly anchoring in new light codes and prayers for things to transform in this area bring darkness to light. Now that this man finally put on his backpack, he's got a sleeping bag on his backpack, and he's walking in another direction. But I'm very eager to have that, to be able to walk over there and see the bridge. And so that's just another form of confirmation of just the work I've been doing here. I mean, I'm not saying I'm saving this place or anything like that, but I have definitely did what I know that I'm capable of doing here, working with the grid and energy. And there's that man walking right there. That's him right there. So yeah, in the dream, it looked exactly like this. Yeah, in the dream, still murky body of water just like this, and there were reptilian energies, predator energies that people couldn't see, and I was fighting them off, and I fought them off and banished them back into, into the depths of the water. And then now, as I've been here in this museum, there was one particular person that works here. I heard him approach mother and child, and I didn't see it, but then I heard the man begin to talk. And the moment he began talking, my senses ignited, and then that's when I looked to go see, and I had this instinctual feeling that this man was a predator. And the thing about some of these predators is that when a man like that is old, right, old, retired age, people immediately lower their defenses. They think grandpa, they think kind, generosity, all these sorts of things. And these people, a lot of these predators are very smart, and they know how easy it is to deceive people. And I just had this feeling like, no. And then that man tried to come up to me to try to tell me facts about the animal that I was looking at in its habitat. And I just stared at him. Thinking like, any lies, secrets, and wrongdoings that you are doing will be exposed, and I see you. And in that intensity of my gaze, he registered that I was completely uninterested in engaging with him, and he walked away. And so, yeah, and another thing that happened while I was here, walking around the Alamo area doing, my heart activations and trying to bring in higher forms of light and transformation, and doing the grid work and the connections, with the Alamo, the history, the Masonic Lodge, the court, and the homelessness and the drug and the trafficking going on around here. What happens? I get an Amber Alert. That is from Waco, Texas, talking about a young girl who was kidnapped. And to me, that was just like another message of what I'm tapping into and my intentions in the energy work that I'm doing. So very interesting, and that's just part of the thing about being, a light warrior, a love walker, a warrior walking, through this multidimensional field, is we are always on mission, always on mission. Even if it's a vacation, even if it's a planned event for, a loved one or something, we are always on mission. The earth is always needing us to be able to tune in the spaces that we are moving through, and to use our gifts, just by our awareness and visualizations and intention. That is a maximum power, and infusing that with our art and our creativity to pray is immensely powerful. So yeah, I will get some footage of the bridge and that part here in just a minute. Holy shit, so this was the bridge. This was literally the bridge. And look, it's broken. It doesn't connect to that end. Whoa! Oh shit. 3 turtles. That was 3 turtles. That was 3 turtles right now. That was literally 3 turtles. That's crazy. But yeah, the bridge doesn't connect. Oh, there's another bridge. That's the bridge right there. That's another bridge right there. That's crazy. That's crazy. And I love that it's cut off from the park across the street, since there was a weird fucking dude over there too. And there were children here. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Just another day in the life being a weird guy like me. I really feel like this was the part. I really feel like this was the space. So I'm gonna do some prayer here, bring in some light.
(563-564). Please remain in your seating area. The graduates will be dismissed momentarily.
De veras.
Y ahí dijera Ryan, es de los caros.
Hey, be careful, Alex. No voy a hacer un teléfono.